Let's say there's kids who might be listening to this right now who might necessarily be in a good place.
This is the best question you've asked so far, so let me answer that. This is the mistake that Eric and Dylan made. Eric and Dylan were bullied and saw it, and they tried to get revenge. This is the mistake that other school shooters make. They become what they hate. They take things they see, and they hate it so much that they fight back, and they become bigger bullies than the bullies that they go after. They create more pain and hate and sadness than they've ever been through. That's the mistake. That's not how you fight this. Become the thing you love. Become the thing you admire. Become the pacifist who becomes the principal of the school and enacts policies to stop this. That's the whole purpose for your whole life. You've made the world better. You haven't made the world worse. Eric and Dylan made the world worse.
Right.
They showed kids how to kill, and they gave them that example. They became the things they hated. The real lesson is to become the thing you love.
Right.
Become the thing you admire. Change it from the inside. Be better. Stop the bullying somehow. Don't make people's lives worse. Don't go kill innocent children because you're upset.
Right.
Because you've internalized all this humiliation and pain.
Right.
And so if you're an abused child in a home, don't kill your parents. When you're old enough, get out of that household and don't ever abuse anybody, and make your life about stopping abuse in homes. You want to give a meaning to your life, make the world better. Don't make the world worse.
Right.
That's the message of Gandhi and Martin Luther King and really few people that we hear about now. But make the world better. Don't make the world worse by creating more pain and hatred. The things that Eric and Dylan did that these kids so admire because they think they stood up against the bullies. Eric and Dylan became the biggest bullies. They became the worst example of what they hated.
Right.
What an awful thing to do with your life to do that. And to kill innocent children violently with the coldness and cruelty they did. They could have, with a little guidance or with just a little thought, they could have become the things they loved, become the things they admired. They could have changed the world for the better. They could have said, this is wrong. I will do something about this, but I'll do it in a nonviolent way. That if they'd said that, the world would be a better place, and so many people wouldn't have died and been unhappy. And
right.
What a difference they could have made in the world.
I mean, I was going to ask, not touch on specifics, but just to kind of get at this idea of, again, seeing the end result of this as applied to Eric and Dylan,
yes,
and figuring out to what extent they themselves are bullies in the last hour or so of their life to kids, right? But that's really dark, and I don't want to go there.
No, let's cover that. You can decide whether you use it or not. Let's talk about the last 15 minutes in their lives.
Okay.
They've killed innocent children with such extreme violence that I can barely even think about the way they did it. It's so horrible. And then Eric killed Dylan. Dylan did this to support Eric and to be Eric's backup man, and because Dylan was hyper vigilant and angry too. Eric and Dylan did this together, and Dylan is so misguided. He's trusting Eric, and they're doing this together, and Eric kills Dylan in the end. So if you have a partner that you're doing this with, you have a level of trust I don't think that you can rely on.
Right.
If Eric will kill Dylan in cold blood when he's through with him, Dylan is found on the ground with the gun wrapped in his right hand here, okay? Wrapped tightly in these three fingers. His Tech 9 is in that hand.
Right.
And he's supposed to have shot himself here in the left temple with it exiting here. You cannot get a Tech 9 in that position. It's not possible. You shoot yourself and you're dead. You shoot yourself, and it's in his right hand. He's left-handed, the gun's in his right hand. You shoot yourself like this.
Right.
You don't shoot yourself like you can't even do it physically.
Right.
So his suicide is an impossibility.
Right.
It's absurd.
Right.
They left that inconclusive, and whatever that coroner's guy's name was, because I believe that if you show that Eric killed Dylan, the Klebold's actually have a lawsuit against the sheriff too.
Right.
But the worst part of that is it creates this mystique, the myth of then they killed him and committed suicide. So 2 guys are going to go in and kill children and commit suicide. That's not what happened at Columbine.
Right.
They went in and they did this, and then Eric killed Dylan. Eric was standing here. I believe Dylan was sitting in a chair, and Eric shot him with the high-tech rifle right here. So I could say a couple things to potential school shooters. The first I would say is, if you're thinking of doing this, and if this is valid, that you've been bullied or humiliated and you're hypervigilant, and now you're in the process of getting revenge, that you step back from the situation and remove yourself from the situation.
Right.
You're 17 or 18 years old. You're in a situation that is awful. Find a way to get out of that situation. Go get help. Go talk to a counselor. Go talk to a policeman. Go talk to your uncle who lives in another city. Go talk to a relative. Find another place to live. Move out of that high school. Talk to your parents. Tell them the bullying you're going through. There must be some way you can get help for this situation. And if there isn't, then listen to this weird thought. Because in 2 years, or in 5 years, or in 8 years, or in 20 years, you're going to look back on this and you're going to go, it was stupid high school. Why did I do this? High school doesn't matter. None of this stuff matters. Why was I all upset over that crap? There's so much more to life. Look at the things I've learned and the things I've experienced since stupid high school.
Right.
High school, it's so important then, but after a while it doesn't mean anything. All that anger I felt, all that bullying and humiliation, it's silly.
Right.
There's so much more to life. Go out and find those things in life. Hike in the mountains. Go to Fiji. Go to California and learn to surf. I mean, find something.
Right.
Go skiing. Go find something to give meaning to your life.
I think we're good. I think we got a lot. I think that this might be good for today or forever. Like, I think we got everything we need.
Good, because I am getting tired.
You know, I was just thinking for a second, right? Like, and this is almost sad to think about, but man, if Dylan could have waited like 3 months, you know what a good time he could have had in Arizona?
Oh my gosh. And what if he found a girlfriend in Arizona who really liked him?
Oh yeah.
You know, Dylan was a nice
You know how many
kid.
beautiful girls go to that school?
And he was a little bit clumsy, but he was cute and he was nice. And,
Oh, yeah,
And
and
he's
then-
tall, and so you meet the right girl. Done as Eric could have grown up, gone in the Marines, found out, wow, this is tough.
Yeah, sucks.
It might have toughened him up a little bit, and maybe he would have a little more confidence and he wouldn't have done this, and
Right.
and might have come out and been just a good person.
Get out of this folks' place. Get away from here.
Yes.
Right, diffuse things. But again, I just think about Dylan. I've been to U of A, and I've had friends who've gone there, and just the parties and the girls. It's a really cool place, man. It's not like he was going off to some boys' school in the middle of Montana.
And just think if he'd gone down there, he was shy, and just given it a little time, just to develop a little confidence, it could have changed his entire life.